Good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council. I want to begin by acknowledging a concern many residents understandably have. At first glance, the proposed increase feels large. I believe it deserves a thoughtful explanation. The situation we're in today did not arise from a single decision or recent actions. It's a result of long-standing structural constraints. When Measure E was originally adopted, the amount proposed was based on what polling suggested could pass the two-thirds voter approval requirement under Prop 13, rather than on the full level of funding the city would ultimately need. To make that work, the city deferred capital projects and tightly controlled spending. That approach helped in the short term, but it also meant that certain costs were postponed rather than eliminated. Measure E also did not include a cost of living adjustment. Over time, even with property tax revenues growing at about 4% annually, expenses related to infrastructure, public safety, and pensions have grown more quickly. That imbalance is what has gradually led to today's structural deficits. To control costs, the city has also reduced staffing. Full-time equivalent positions declined from 62.6 in fiscal year 2019 to 55 full-time positions in fiscal year 2025, a reduction of more than 12%. Where did that reduction came from? That decrease was comprised almost entirely of approximately 18% reduction in the city's police force. Maintaining our own police force is vital to the safety of our community. We have benefited from a strong record of public safety, and that is something we should not take for granted. Policing is a demanding, inherently risky profession, and maintaining adequate staffing is an important part of protecting both our officers and the community they serve. Those decisions help present a more balanced budget, but they did not eliminate the underlying needs. Looking forward, the city faces significant infrastructure needs over the next 5 years, including roads, sewers, stormwater systems, public facilities, and parks. These are investments in safety, functionality, and preserving the community we all value. At the same time, reserves have been drawn down over many years to maintain services and infrastructure. Rebuilding those reserves is essential to protect the city during emergencies and economic downturns. Importantly, unlike many other assessed taxes, 100% of the funds from Measure E replacement remain within the city. To help ensure clarity and accountability, I've created a financial model that incorporates the replacement parcel tax amount, the planned pension paydown, funding for infrastructure needs, replenishment of cash reserves, and coverage of projected structural deficits. Once a stormwater study is received, which I believe is March or April, I intend to provide that model to the Financial Advisory Committee and to the Citizens Initiative for review. My goal is for the City Council and the community to have a clear, concise, and transparent plan for how these funds would be used. Finally, over the last several years, I've met individually with members of the City Council to discuss the city's finances and long-term challenges. Based on those conversations and the diligence I've seen, I have full confidence in this council's ability to administer these funds responsibly in the best interest of the community. The Measure E replacement tax is not about expanding government or increasing spending for its own sake. It's about long-term stewardship, addressing deferred obligations, restoring financial balance, and ensuring the city remains safe, well-maintained, and fiscally stable for future